Gabrielle Nicolay from SpeechKids, where we teach little kids to talk and help parents understand their little kids. And I want to tell you about Screenless, which, if you've been following me for a little bit, you probably have heard me talking about Screenless teletherapy or Screenless coaching sessions. And I am super excited. It's like all I can do not to bounce out of my chair about them, because it's so amazing what can happen. So I'll set it up for you in case you don't know what Screenless is, and we'll talk about why it's kind of magical. So basically, when the pandemic hit and we went virtual, I realized that there were going to be these kids who were not well suited to being on the screen. A lot of them are under the age of 2, where we know we don't really want them in front of a screen any more than they already are. So I turned my camera off, and I had parents set up their computer or their iPad in such a way that I could see the room. And so the parents and the kids could move around and I could still see them. So people are playing on the floor, which is where our kids do their best work, but they didn't have to interact with me. And then I had parents put a headset on. Sometimes if you've got AirPods or a wireless headset, that works best. But even if you've got one of these, if you plug it into your phone and we dial in, we just separate out the video and the audio. Okay, so think nanny cam up on a high surface where a child can't get it. And now I'm in your ear and I can coach you, and my therapist can also coach you through a play interaction with your 15-month-old, with your 18-month-old, 24-month-old, 36-month-old, and help them communicate better. It is the most amazing thing. We've had kids say mama for the first time during a Screenless coaching session. We've had parents who were like, oh my God, I never have felt this way before. I've never felt so relaxed while I'm playing with my child. There have been these moments, these little breakthrough moments, not every session, obviously, but there are these moments. And when we can build on those successful moments and where everybody's feeling really good, then parents, you guys are more likely to do that when we're not in your ear. And so we set up this really positive chain of events. Because here's the thing that I experienced for years when I would go in person to a family's house. I walk in, sometimes with my toys, sometimes we use the toys at the house. But I'm like, woohoo, right? There's a reason I call myself the toddler whisperer. Kids like me. But what that turns into is the Gabrielle show, right? Which is like, oh, that's so cool. Gabrielle can come here and play with my child. And I wish I could do that, is what you're saying. You, the parent, are saying to yourself. And really, that's not it at all. That's not what we want. My coming over to your house for an hour, any therapist coming over to your house for an hour a week is not going to get it done. That is not going to help it's going to help, but it's not going to teach your child to speak. The way that kids learn to speak is by constant interaction, right? Constant practice throughout the day, distributed practice. So when we get you through this Screenless methodology with a coach in your ear so that you know exactly what to say, exactly what to do, how to time what you're saying and doing. Timing is everything. When you have practice with that, then you can be doing that all day long. And then you're not dependent on, the toddler whisperer who comes to your house and entertains your child while you think, oh, that's really nice. So during a Screenless session, the therapist or the coach is not at all present to your child, which means that your child is locked in on you. You are the stars of the show, you and your kiddo. And we, the coaches and the therapists, get to take a back seat, and we get to just kind of direct, which is what we should be doing anyway. And so it's really, really been a magnificent side effect of what was otherwise a pretty shitty situation, let's be real. And it's something that I'm hoping we get to keep because I think it is powerful. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I really want to do that, send us an email, get in touch, because I'd love to show you how it works. I'd love to do, a practice session with you, if that sounds interesting, and just have you see what it's like to have somebody in your ear. The other thing that's fun about Screenless is you get to have adult company while your child does these amazing things. Because how many times have we been home alone and, right, kiddo does something amazing and you're like, did you see that? And there's nobody around. It's kind of a nice side effect where you've got, a coach in your ear who is like, did you see that? And you can do that together. In any case, if it speaks to you, we'd love to hear from you and let us know what you think. Until next time, take care.